much, Deirdre. Thank you for letting me know that the YouTube was not coming through. It should be now. That was weird. Yes, I did. I did. I did see. I said hello to you. Uh, I just didn't know it wasn't playing over there because it hadn't popped the bubble up yet. But I should have known, and I don't know why it didn't notify me. But thank you for letting me know so that I could correct that. Aw, thank you so much. Uh, anyway, on to what I was saying. All of the men and boys that sign up to be part of the Gestapo or things like ICE, which, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. I gotta show y'all some cool shit real quick before we move on to the funny thing I want to show you. I got the Schrodinger's pants fart mug. It's so good. I love it so much. I love it so much. So I got that. And the space has been changed around a little, so it's fucking with my filter. And I'm going to have to figure out something for that. I don't know. And I made something, and I'm working on getting this designed for 3D printing so that we can get them out to people. But I have Schrodinger's pants fart spinner. That's right. That's right. You will never know what because if anybody asks me what my sex is or whatever, this is how we determine what it is. Yes, yes, I have Schrodinger's pants parts. We never know. We just have to spin it and find out what pants parts I have this day. Yes, I'm not sorry. I'm so excited about it. So I made that, and I am working on getting that, like I said, designed into a 3D printable option. And there's more. There is more. I also got us a couple of things to show off here. This is a magnet of our the Goodman Spectrum. And I like it. It's a pretty good little magnet. I think I would want to get the one. This is the smallest size. I did that deliberately so we would know what the smallest looks like. I think I would want to go 1-up size on this next. But not bad. It turned out really good. You can read everything really clearly on it, even at this size. It feels like a good solid magnet. Nothing rubs off or anything when you like mess with it, and I've been doing that a bit to like make sure that I'm testing the thing for y'all. And then I also got us an Ice Melts Democracy one. This is the smallest of it, and it too feels really good. Nothing rubs. It's a nice magnet. I think that this one you could even like put on a car or something. So magnets that come from the Threadless. And I showed you the mug. I so love the mug. This is the latte shaped mug. So I liked the little flare shape to it, and I had to. So there's our mug. Woohoo! Thank you, Tails. Yes, please. If you don't mind, click the like on the red side. The red side needs likings. It really does. All right, you beautiful people, I have a funny for you. One of our amazing fellow content creators over here from Transcend, as well as a friend and lovely, gave us a funny. Why isn't that coming up? Why didn't that come up right? Sorry, y'all. My bot didn't do a botting properly. Hello, bot. What's the matter for you? What's the matter for you? Why aren't you signed in, Bob? What's the matter? What happened? What happened for you, Bob? Hang on. The bot needs a minute. I don't know, she was feeling unloved or something. She stopped botting. She was like, I'm not turned on. I don't work right now. There she goes. There we go. There you go. Hello, little bot. Hello, little bot. It's okay. All right. We have the bot. We have the bot back. All right. Things will get to thinking properly up in here in a minute. See, this is what happens when you take 2 weeks off. All of your tech goes no. I really need one more monitor and I will have like the setup of my dreams. Okay. I don't know how I will put it on here, but I will figure it out. All right, let's do this. I have a funny for you. Little Dragonly gave us a funny, and I figured I would share it with you. But now that I'm looking at where the chat is coming up and how it's coming up, I want to change where I put it. So I'm going to put it over here on our call-in prompts for the moment. And like, that's weird. Let's do it this way. And then I can just move. Is this move myself? No, that's the wrong direction. I move myself this way. There we go. That's how I do it. That's how I do it. Okay. Yeah, that's right. I'm doing a little back studio side things. Okay, here we go. This is hilarious. I would like for you all to pay attention. Actually, we don't even need the content. We can just talk shit about this without the actual, like, anything other than this. What do you all see? What do you see? I see a very afraid little tiny man who, if you push him over, he is wearing so much weight he will not be getting back up. This is what I see. You know that all you gotta do is push him over. Is he like the mobile armory? He can't run, but his friends can. Like, what are you even doing, sir? Why are you even... I'm agoraphobic, sir, but even I don't go to this extreme when I leave my house. Like, are you okay? Are you okay? You're wearing, like, 120 pounds of gear if you're wearing a pound here, sir. I'm just wondering. Are you okay? Who scared you? Who scared you? Did somebody wave your man card and tell you that they was going to take it away from you? What happened, sir? Ugh, that was not how I wanted to do that. Biscuits, I'll do that. Sorry. Oh, definitely. Everybody definitely squares him. Squishy, it's so good to see you. Big squishies, thank you for your lurkings. Yes, everybody definitely scares him. Oh, even, come on, dog. You know that there is some guy out there trying to put all that shit on himself. You know there is. You know there is. You know that there is some tough guy out there all turned on going, yeah, robot Hulk man. You know there is. You know that there is some guy out there going, oh yeah, and never regarding the fact that that is 120 pounds of shit on him. If there is a pound of shit on him, there is 120 pounds of shit on him. Oh yes, so logical. So logical and clear thinking. Not. This is the most afraid man on the planet. He is afraid. He is so scared. He is scared. Either that or he is the mobile armory. So all of his friends can move very, very fast. He comes in very, very slow. They grab the things they need off of him and run. And then he goes and replenishes and comes back very, very slow. I don't know how it works, but like that man is the most fragile being I have ever seen in my life. Ever. And somebody, if this is AI, thought, yeah, that looks tough. I want to be that guy. And made it. So either way, my guy. Either way. Let's talk. Let's talk. Yeah, that does appear to be what his chest says it does, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, what I don't know what in the cowboy hat, like, I yeah, I yeah, that's why not a helmet? I mean, if you're going to this extent to cover all your bits and bobs, why not a helmet? Like, why wouldn't you put a helmet on as well? Like, don't you think your head deserves protection? You're just like, felt hat. Yeah, that looks tough. In what land? On what planet? In what land? On what planet? He probably does, Maddie. That is the sad. Ugh, that is sad. That does make me sad. Oh, I like that hair. Very nice, Crystal Cat. Very, very nice. Fantastic. Looks good. Hey, chat, you look so good. I missed y'all so much. Oh my gravy, I missed y'all so much. You don't even know. I really did. I really did. I almost came back last weekend. I almost came back early. It was about this close. It was about this close. I almost did. Last Saturday it was this close. My friends were like, "No! Play with us and watch shows with us." And I was like, "All right. All right. I'll watch shows with y'all." Girl, you look. It is. It's so good to see them all. Isn't it so good to see them all? His head is just for holding up his hat. Yeah, that's right. He doesn't use anything in it. That's true. Good point. He really doesn't need the head because he doesn't use anything in it. All right, that's why he's not protecting the head. I hadn't thought of that. I hadn't thought of that. It's good to know. Yes, this is the most afraid man on the planet. Gentlemen, would you like to argue with me that this man is not afraid? Who wants to tell me that this guy is tough, that he's not afraid? That's all right. Who wants to have that conversation with me? 720-927-6768. Do you want to have that conversation with me? Come on. Do you want to have that conversation with me? Are you afraid to have that conversation with me? You could do it. You could do it. You could have that conversation with me. We could talk about it. I could tell you why it's ridiculous. You could tell me why it's tough. And, you know, I might get a really, really good laugh. You might learn a thing. It could be great for all involved. I'm just saying, it could be a wonderful adventure for us all. And if we managed to people each other through it, even better. Even better. What do you think? Anybody want to call? All right. I have to not fill. I have to fill the air. So, oh, biscuits. What is it? I don't know. Hang on. You know that moment where you forget which password that you put on the thing for the bill that you need to pay? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that works. Yes, you may. Okay, let's see. Manage. I must pay. Pay bill. Pay bill so Zoom does not turn off phone number. This is what we are doing. Manage. Pay bill. Pay bill. Bill pay. Yes, please. Pay bill. Oh my gravy, why are you so slow? Pay now. Thank you, by the way, Mati. Many thank yous. Woohoo! Bill paid! Bill is paid! Woohoo! Woohoo! We win. All because of Matty. Mini Matty, thank yous. Mini Matty, thank yous. Oh, I should have told y'all where it was. Yeah, it looks really good. It's like a really nice deep blue, which is hard to maintain, but if you get Crystal, if you get just a little bit of blue dye and mix it with your regular shampoo and conditioner, it will help maintain the blue. I used to have blue all the time when I had a darker bathtub that I could turn colors, but I don't trust like the landlords here not charging me a fortune if I dyed the bathtub, so I haven't done blue in a long time. It's hard to maintain, and as a redhead, there is like extra work to maintaining blue. Sailor Neptune, right on. I love that for you. Let's go. It looks good on you. It suits you. Blue is a fun color to wear if you can tolerate the work that it takes to get to blue. it is a good color to wear and it looks really, really good. I'm so excited. I've got to figure out how to get this thing more stable. Um, because I didn't have any washers, which is probably what I need to do is just buy some washers. But I'm so excited about the opportunity to have pants part spinners for us. There is a person at the library that has a 3D printing business, and I'm going to see if he will, once we get the design designed, I'm going to see if he will print them. Because right now, it seems to be a little weighted towards penis all the time. But still fun to be able to be like, oh, I don't know, what am I? When some silly troll decides to get unruly in chat. Unless we go with what it pulls up on the question mark. And I don't know. Which one, well, I guess, I don't know. I was going with which one is upright, which one is on the pants parts, but I don't know. I guess we could decide how to read it as we choose. But this is essentially the design I'm working with. I'm going to take it to the library and be like, 3D printer guy, how do I make this? Can't remember his name and I wouldn't tell y'all on stream anyway. That's why I'm referring to him as 3D printer guy, by the way. Put pennies. That's not a bad idea. Crystal Cat. That is not a bad idea. Thank you. Yeah, put a hole in the penny and use. Oh, good plan. Good plan. This is good plan. I just used shit I had on hand for pipe cleaners, and I cut some popsicle sticks in half. It's just cardboard, and a nail. This is a nail. But look how cute it is. He's so cute. The middle of the pants could be the arrow. Yeah, I was thinking wherever it lands on the pants parts. That's what I was kind of thinking. I could read whatever it lands on the pants parts, you know? And if we put a penny behind each one of these and then a penny behind here to balance it, boom, that would actually do the trick. I'm going to correct this later. It's going to be so great when it's done. I'm very excited about this thing. I'm also very excited to take it to the library and show my library friends. They don't know how weird I am. They know a little bit of how weird I am, but they don't think they have fully grasped how weird I am. So this will definitely show them the truth of how weird I am. Y'all know how weird I am. And the people that hang out with me the most do. What's funny is I'm always like this. But some people, I don't know, they don't read it the same as others until they see certain things and they're like, oh, it all makes sense now. I get it. See? Deirdre's telling you always, because Deirdre knows, because Deirdre hangs out with me a lot. So, like, I am always like this. Always. Always. Alright, I showed you the most afraid a man in the world. Would you like to call and talk to me about it, gentlemen? Do you want to call and tell me why he's not afraid? He's actually really, really tough. You could do that. Or you could call based on one of the prompts. I have good prompts. I have prompts about Christianity being evil. I have prompts about the Christian God sucking on all levels. Like, I have prompts. You can call me about what of my prompts. You could call me and tell me why you're a forced birther. Are you a forced birther? You want to call me and tell me why you're a forced birther? Or tell me why you think that that's pro-life when it's not. It's not. It's pro-forced birth. It's pro-control of uteruses. It's pro-control of propagation, but it's not pro-life. It's actually the opposite. Actually quite the opposite. But hey, give me a call. Tell me why you disagree. Or if you're not an op and you're like, hey, Pepper, not everybody sucks butts. I just want to talk about how the system screwed me over. You can do that too. I will take your call too, and I will validate you and squish on you because the system really does suck. It really does, and it really is doing a lot of harm to all of us all of the time. And too often people want to gaslight you and abuse you about it and tell you why it's your fault. I'm not going to do that. So, non-ops, I have the options in white for the trauma impacts of this system, if you want to discuss any of those or anything else you need a little validation for that the masculine social system will not give you because, you know, they refuse to acknowledge the need for it, even though they need it. But we're going to discuss that more tomorrow. Ooh, tomorrow is going to be such an interesting conversation. Tomorrow we are going to be discussing the rise in AI girlfriends and the new robots that are coming out at the end of the year. And gentlemen, I have so many points to talk to y'all about on that tomorrow. But today, let's discuss one of my points here. Or, you know what? Since I don't have any callers, guess what I've been doing? Guess what I've been doing, chat? Guess what I've been doing? Oh, yes, by the way. Also, because I do not always remember to do this, I do a lot of emotional labor here. It is invisible, it is emotional, and it is a lot. And if you ever go into the YouTube description boxes of the weekly episodes, you will actually see that I am not lying. I really do put a lot into this, and I look at a lot of information and have I go through a lot to give y'all a well-rounded take on whatever we're discussing. So it is emotional labor. If you would like to, you know, help me survive, help me with my fascination for food through putting some dollars in my Ko-fi, I wouldn't be mad at that. I would be incredibly grateful. I would be like, oh, thank you so many. Or, you know, I would squeal in other ways. That does happen. I am a squealer sometimes. I know. I can't help it. It's delightful and fun, and it makes my autism go brrr in the best way. Also, I have a Threadless. The Threadless is the store in which you can get this fancy freaking mug. You can also get it in a different shape. There are other shapes of this mug as well, by the way. You have choices when it comes to art with me. We also have t-shirts of this delightful image. And we have all of those magnets and things that I showed you earlier. So please check out the Threadless. Even just clicking on that little sucker or sharing it around really doesn't hurt me. It helps me. Back to the point. If y'all want to know the only thing that I did that could be considered work in the last week that I was off, I did do a thing. I started rereading the most awfully written horror novel in all of time. This is the worst written horror novel in all of time. I have read so much better horror fiction than this. There are so many better writers. And yet, because I have this conversation with you twat waffles. Sorry, that was rude. Let me take that back. That was rude. Don't be rude, Pepper. Don't be rude. This book makes me cranky. Anyway, because I have this conversation with you all and I need to be able to like show you that I actually engage this crap, I have this. And I have started rereading it cover to cover. This will be, by the way, my 4th reading while taking notes of reading it cover to cover. Now, my first reading, I was like 10. And like it was a horror novel to a 10-year-old. And my mama was like, no, dead name. You're just too young for it now. You need to wait until you're older and reread it again. Now, I never kicked in. Belief never kicked in for me. I am not convinced. I have not been convinced. In fact, I have been the opposite of convinced. And if it's real, ooh, I hate that fucker. Anyway, onward, because he's evil. But, you know, you can call and ask me why I believe that if you would like. Anyway, so I started rereading the poorest written novel in all of humanity. By the way, $1.50 at Friends of the Library. Let's hear it for Friends of the Library. Thank you for me not having to pay more than $1.50 for this trash. I appreciate that so much. So anyway, that is a peak part of it. That the fucking thing only cost me $1.50 because I did not want to pay money for one of these books. Anyway, I know. It's fine. The second time I read it, I was a little older and I wanted to believe. And I was told by so many Christians, just read the Bible, just read the Bible. And I read it and it was, again, a fucking horror novel that was poorly written and I hated it. The third time, I was sick. I had gotten really sick and I had a whole lot of really crap things happen because I chose a man and that is not a plan. And I got left on the streets. And so I wanted there to be some sort of justice. I wanted there to be some sort of equity. I wanted to be there to be some sort of cosmic reason why that shit was allowed to do what he did and get away with it. You know, I wanted there to be. And so I read it again. Even more convinced that if he's real, he's evil beyond all measure. Beyond all measure. The most evil being you can imagine. In fact, Satan's the good guy in this book, by the way. And actually, it's not really in the book, but he's the good guy in this book. Just letting you know. Anyway, I've been rereading it. And I figured. Oh, and highlighting. I've highlighting. Now, I have a color coding for the highlighting. Orange is the rapey stuff. Yellow is the slavery stuff. Pink is genocide. Blue is the lies of Jesus. I haven't gotten to the New Testament yet, so we don't have any blue in here yet. And purple is God's hate and disdain for people. Green is all the time that he likes blood sacrifice. Now, I want you to know I am only in Genesis still, and I got a whole glitter shit and lot of highlighting going on already. Okay? Whole shit and lot. Now, that's purple. That's the part where God says he hates you. Yeah, no, he did. He did. He did. He said he did. He did. He hates you. There's only one of the spots that he says he hates you. This is when he wants your blood. Or somebody's blood. Sometimes baby blood. Oftentimes baby blood. See? He likes to kill babies. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, yeah. Rape. Oh, slavery. Oh my goodness, Grady, there's slavery in Genesis! In the very beginning of the book? Holy, y'all. How do I have this much highlighting in the beginning? Well, that's a lot of rape. Oh, goodness. Do you see all that orange? Woo-wee! Y'all, tell me why this is a good book. Because it's really poorly written. And there's a whole lot of icky in there. Y'all, and that was just the first 20 pages. That was the first 20 pages. Has all that highlighting in the first 20 pages. But we could talk about it. You want to know my thoughts on Genesis? I got them written in this little notebook. You could call me. We could talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Genesis. Let's talk about my thoughts on Genesis. Give me a call. 720-927-6768. We'll have a chat. Let's do it. Let's have a chat. Chats are delicious. A little scream escaped you. Yeah, when I told T that I wanted to go, T is also Big Buddha if anybody that in the chat. Hi Shiny, welcome in. When I told T that I wanted a Bible, the look on her face. She had this look on her face like, why would you do that to yourself or anyone else? It was epically funny. But yeah, so I got the NIV, by the way. I got the NIV. And it was $1.50 because I win. My horror novel was only $1.50. If you paid more than $1.50 for your giant horror novel, you paid too many. Just telling you. Thank you, Friends of the Library, for my $1.50 horror book. I've been so embarrassed, though, because I will, like... I'm not really embarrassed. I don't know. Mildly embarrassed. Like, not embarrassed, but mildly embarrassed, because, like, I'll take it with me when I have to go to an appointment that's really boring, like the after surgery appointments for my mouth and shit. And And I don't leave my house very often, but I have taken it to the doctor's appointment for my ear infection, and I took it to um, the dentist a couple of times. And like I was at the doctor and I was going through it, highlighting shit. And she like gave me this look. I was like, I told her that I was only reading it for nefarious reasons, and why I was reading it. And she's like, "Let me know if you need therapy after." I said, "Yes, I will. Thank you." Slam 666 on the table. This is why I love you, dog. This is why I love you. All my bibbles are free from hotel rooms and tables. Hotel room in tables. No, 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 no. I do much more nefarious things with hotel room Bibles. I don't know if I should say this. Is I ever go and like stay at one of these hotels again, they're gonna be like, and don't write in our Bible. But no, I go and I river tam hotel room Bibles when I'm bored. Remember when we were in the Springs, dog, for yeah, I river tammed that Bible. I river tammed the shit out. So I guess I have read it probably more than four times. I just four times cover to cover, but like deliberately. But no, I river tammed that Bible. So if you know, you know. If you know, you know. This is the easiest way to say what I do to hotel room Bibles without like saying what I do to hotel room Bibles. You haven't heard that before? Have you watched Firefly? Look for the episode where she corrects Book's Bible. I tore these out of the symbol and they turned into paper. I don't usually tear pages out. I usually correct them. Written corrections in the margins. Oh gosh. Well, we need to finish watching that with you then. Most definitely. It's worth it. It's worth it. But yes, I river tam the Bibles. And if you know, you know. Only with words. Because I don't know what to do with the paper if I had to tear all the shit that's wrong out of it. I just have to tear the whole book apart. Like, it's wildly wrong. I would already have to tear the first 20 pages out, y'all. Yeah, and like the first 20 pages are wildly wrong in so many ways anyway. Like, Genesis is one of the key reasons why I don't believe the Bible. I mean, book the first is one of the key reasons why the belief never stuck for me. And I wanted it to. Like, don't get it twisted. I wanted it to. Because it is harder than you think being raised with people and around people that believe this shit. It is harder than you think to not believe it and to just never be able to be convinced. I mean, I've even pretended to be convinced before just because they were grooming me so hard and they would physically abuse me for not believing. And that is hard to deal with, especially as a kid. When you're an 8-year-old kid and you get kicked out of a church school because you don't believe, and other kids around you are asking questions and they're blaming that on you instead of the base illogicalness of book the first. It's wild and it's hard, and you grow up being gaslit and abused about it, and you want to believe. And I did. I wanted to believe, and I just never could. It never stuck. And I if it was true, I would still hate them now. Because it's evil. And I learned that it was evil through this, and I learned not to believe it through reading this cover to cover. And I've done it more than once, and now I'm on my fourth cover to cover reading while taking notes. And I'm debating on what to do with the notes when I'm done, Like, I figured it would just be good to like write down the notes as I read it this time because I'm reading it from a different perspective this time. I'm reading it not looking for it to be true, not looking to like try to find a way to believe. This time I'm looking at it as an atheist that doesn't believe and has never believed and wants to take the discussion to a different level, especially with believers, and get believers to stop assigning so much to this horror novel. Poorly written horror novel, by the way. It's really poorly written. It is, and it's become more touchy. So, yes. Oh, oh gosh. The last one, and most of the time that you'll find King James versions in hotels, which is really it really tells you like the disgusting racism that exists at like the soul of American society, by the way, that King James is what you usually find in hotel rooms. Because that is the most racist version. That is the most racist evil translation. I mean, they're all racist and evil, but the King James, they went hard in on the racism. Um, and usually that's the one that you will find in hotel rooms. So it's interesting because, like, most people don't read the Bible and they don't understand it. Most people don't have the reading comprehension level to understand what they're reading. So usually I just translate it into base English in the margins. Oh, a Trixie? What's a Trixie? Hang on. What's a Trixie? I'm looking it up. Oh, a Trixie, a dog. You got the dog. Her name is Trixie. Oh, that is too cute. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's so cute, Maddie. I can't. I'm just squishing all over thinking of this tiny little dog called Trixie. I can't. That sounds too cute. Oh my goodness. I love that for you that you got yourself a little squish called Trixie. That's too cute. I am squishing just imagining it. I bet you it's way squishier in person. Oh my goodness. Can you even imagine a little tiny miniature squish called Trixie that just waddles to you? I can't. I can't. Stop it. Stop it. We're supposed to be talking about the evils of God. We're talking about adorableness. No, actually, keep going. Keep going. I gotta hear more. Oh, perfect squeak. I bet she is so cute. Oh my god. She's very cute in my imagination, so I bet you she's even more. Oh, the trot. Yeah, I bet the trot is too much. I bet the trot is too much. They are so cute. They're little, especially when they're full of themselves and they know they're cute. They're just like, they're so saucy. Like, my, our medium-sized dog, I don't know. He's not really large. I'd say he's medium. When he is in his self, he's got himself a little trot, and dog trot that is in themselves is just cute in medium way. 8-year-old forever puppy. Aww. Aww. They are forever puppies when they're that little, isn't it? Yeah, the bouncy butt with the trot is everything. Even my big dog who is potato shaped because of eclampsia, um even she, like when she is in herself and she trots and she's got her little bouncy butt going, is the cutest thing in the world. I can't. They are. Our pets are just the cutest things. I love them. I love them. I love animals. I missed this. I missed just chatting with y'all. It's so good just catching up with chat. Chat, you look good. Chat, you look so good. I missed you so much. It was weird not doing stream. I mean, it was weird. It was really weird. And there were days where I was like, I don't even know what to do with myself because I'm not like doing the things I usually do. And then this week getting back like into a routine has been hard. But I did it. I finished I even managed to finish my outline for tomorrow by Tuesday night. Score. Constant belly rubs. Aww. You know, that's good though, Maddie, not being on your phone. Excuse me, not being on your phone as much and engaging with your real life. That's good for your brain. That's really good for you. And so much dopamine and other things. It's other hormones that they release. Oxytocin, all sorts of good squishy hormones. Yeah, I don't use my phone very much, honestly. I got that Finch's thing, but I always forget that I have it, uh, because I don't use my phone very much. I use it when I need it, and that's it. So, like, I'll use it for maps when we're going out somewhere, which I don't go very often. Um, and then I'll use it for music when we're out, in the car, and then I don't touch it otherwise. Like, it'll go off, somebody will text me or call me, and I'll check it then, but otherwise, I don't use my phone. I'm on this freaking computer all the time, though. All the time. So it's not like I'm disconnected. I am always like attached to this freaking keyboard. Except for since Evie got me the bed, I will go in and sometimes I will watch TV in the bed on my phone or lay in the bed with my books. Oh, nice. That's not bad. Maps and banks, but no Facebook. You know, they require Facebook to be on your phones now. You have to disable it. It's ridiculous. But that's not bad. I mean, I have a device like that has the socials on it, but it's not hooked up to anything. I have to sign into the internet for it to turn on and stuff. Um, and then that way it's not just always doing stuff. It's an old phone that that's all it's used for actually. I call it my game phone. I don't even have games on it. I have like apps and things. I have TikTok and Facebook and things on it. And that's the only place that I put them. Y'all will remember sometimes somebody will send me like a social media link and I'll be like weirded out and I don't want to open it on my computer is because I usually open it only on the things like that, only on that other device. I need to learn how to do that kind of shit, Maddie. I need to learn how to do that kind of shit. Hello. Anybody want to call and chat with me? Hello, Christian. Do you want to talk about it? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Genesis. I want to talk about Genesis today. Come on, Christians. Call me. Talk to me about Genesis. I have I have several pages of notes. Look at that. Pages of notes. Let's talk. Let's talk. Our questions. Some questions in here. Some just meanderings. But so we often hear this argument that Christians don't believe like the Big Bang and things because they don't believe that something can come from nothing and that only God can make something from nothing. But Christians, what about the primordial waters that he was swimming in? Did you forget about those? You didn't read that part of the book? You didn't understand what he was talking about? Did there that he didn't make something from nothing? No? You missed that part? Just asking. My family trying to be off camera while they get things. The new setup. I had to get a new desk. I had this table that had these wings on it, and it had this bar that folds in and out. And my dog was starting to make it so the bar was breaking and the table was going to break. And so we had to get a desk. And so it changed how everything is set up in here. As you can see, the way that this is set up is a bit different. So there you go. Ah, yes. Well, I've done that on like my regular phone. The only thing really on my regular phone, the one I keep here is that I use is the calendar. I'll use the Finchy app sometimes when I remember to go and do it. And then like YouTube and the bank. That's usually what, well, and PayPal's on here too, which is kind of cursed, but that's pretty much what's on there. And that's what I look at. That's all I look at uh on there. Cuz like my Kofi goes into the PayPal, which by the way, I do mini emotional labors for you people. And I don't mind doing it. It's okay to do emotional labors for you. And I really like food. Food is so good. It's like delicious. I don't know if you like food as much as I do, but I really like food. All kinds of food. And, well, I could use more food. So if you want to put money in my Ko-fi to pay for food, there it is. There it is. I mean, just saying. Food is delicious. I really like it. If you want to help me eat more of it, boom, right there. Isn't food the best? Food is so good. Peter Pay? Why Peter Pay? Just out of curiosity, why would we call it Peter Pay? I mean, I could get down with that. I need to understand the reason. We just need to discuss an understanding of the reason. Ew, I forgot about that. Man, it reminded me of the cursed things. Now I'm icked out. Ew. Maybe I need to tie the freaking Ko-fi to something else. Maybe that's what I need to do. Because that is cursed. That is truly and truly, truly cursed. I mean, at least he's running. At least he has sense enough to be afraid. The only one that has sense enough to be afraid, but hey, at least he does. We'll give him grantation for sense enough to be afraid. Ooh. Facts, Maddie, facts. I need to make uh some more unicorn cream. I need to get some not herbs. Need to go to the apothecary and get some things so that I can make some pain cream. I have my arnica is growing, so I'm gonna have fresh arnica. So I'm kind of waiting until the fresh arnica is grown, and then I'm gonna need to go to the dispensary and get like the bargain weed, because I want it to be a THC cream. The continuously spinning. Oh, the pants. Okay, I got you. I got you. I fell in love with my pants parts thing, but I can turn it off. There you go. Oh yeah. No, it does help survive across multiple things. And it's probably worth it. It really is probably worth it. They probably use really great ingredients. Probably so they probably process their own lanolin as well, which is most likely why the lotion is so good. And why it helps so much is they're probably using really good lanolin. They grow sheeps. Yes. They do need the firewood and the propane. That is how they survive the winters. And we're hearing that we're going to have a lot of snow out west this year, so it's going to be required. They're going to need that. They're going to need that firewood this year. So yes, if you can buy from indigenous people and help them afford things such as heat for the winter, that would be amazing of you. Please do. Indigenous people really need help surviving sometimes because of the way the society is set up. All right, I'm putting my thing on my face for a minute so that I can medicine because, well, I need to. I haven't been talking this much in 2 weeks and it hurts my jaw. And I'm not taking a bunch of pills all the time. No snow in the east. Yeah, I think the west is going to be getting heavy snow, and the east might not get as much at all. Something about the El Nino. I don't even think they know really what to predict yet, though, because we've had such rapid changing stuff. TTS. That my brain isn't clicking what that is. Oh, text to speak. Oh, I have heard that before. Um, I mean, for what though? What would I use it for? I mean, I did consider it when I was doing art and I was constantly like faced away from the camera and the chat. I considered it then. Oh, nah. No, I haven't. And it's okay. It's getting much better. It's just I have to rebuild myself up to be able to handle it again, is all. And because I don't have the new denture yet, it I don't know, it just has a still has pain. It's okay. I just had bones ground down in my jaw 2 weeks ago, so it's just good to take some time to build back up. It'll be all right. No big deal. I'm really not stressing it that much. If it gets too much, I'll just end stream. Yeah, I had two bones on the inner of the front jaw. The front jaw here. Some indigenous people and some people with indigenous descent have, and some other people, I don't know. It's their bones, extra bones on the inside of the jaw right here, that are down on the lower inside of the jaw. And like if you push down from here, you would be able to touch them sometimes on, but they're on the inside. Anyway, they stick out, and mine stuck out a good quarter of an inch or so, and they went and ground those out and took those out so that my lower back fits better. Ooh, ow. Face and mouth surgery really sucks because you forget like how much it affects, like, and like the jaw, it was affecting me all the way back into my head at the first couple of days. Like it hurt all the way back into here. Oh, sorry. And like it hurt up in here. It was suck. It was suck. They're called tori. Not everyone has them, but they're these rounded bones on the inside of your mouth, down on the inside. Some people have them, some people do not. I was people that had toris. Big toris. I had very big toris. Like I said, mine were about, they stuck out about that far. Yes. Look, I have a little puppet drag, a finger dragon. I made it. It's a good little fidget. Yeah, there are a few things that some ethnicities have that others I think don't, but it's ethnicity things sometimes. But also we just some of us have lingering traits from pre-sapien sapien things. Like some people have some Neanderthal traits and different things. So it's just lingering traits from a previous era of our evolution. That's probably not a very good dragon sound. He's a cute dragon. What do you think? just crocheted. Well, I mean, um, it wasn't even let. They were just interbreeding. They were just a different type of person. They didn't really associate them as not people. They didn't have the same association. And the reason why Neanderthals don't exist is thought to be because they had a bigger head, and so they were harder for sapiens to birth. And sapiens just, I don't know, could birth across both easier because of the smaller head. And so uh, I think that was the thing. I'll have to look it up again, but it has to do with a head size and us not being sapiens not being able to birth Neanderthal heads. But I think there was something else about like their immune system or something that wasn't quite as strong. I don't remember what it was, but it wasn't like we were at war with them and killing them off or anything. They just kind of couldn't survive and adapt as well as sapiens could. Or sapiens. I don't even remember if it's sapiens or sapiens that bred with the Neanderthals. I would have to look that up too because I don't remember. You guys send me down a rabbit hole. Ooh, what do we have for nerding on Sunday? We could totally nerd this if y'all want. We could nerd this. I know, right? I don't know. I wasn't there. This is a thing I've nerded before, but we could nerd this. Hang on. Let me look at our nerdery thing and see what we have for nerdery for Sunday. Hang on. Oh, cursed. Oh, cursed. No, that is cursed. Dog. I don't want to do that. That will just make me say mean things all of nerding. Besides, God, it's a good nerding though. I hate it so much that looks like a good nerding. Why am I so triggered just by looking at the freaking thumbnail? Okay, hang on. Oh my God. I didn't even know to look in this freaking spot. I don't know. I haven't decided now. Now there are too many options of what we could nerd. Too many nerding options. Oh my gravy. In between the two, I have too many really good options. Yes, no, it did not start 2 to 4,000 years ago. I know, shocking. And the snake and the apple, well, see, it wasn't specifically a snake, it was a serpent that didn't crawl on its belly until, it convinced Eve to eat the apple. I don't know how that works, but somehow that's the logic. But the years just lasted longer back then, so that accounts for evolution, a real thing. Yeah, but it doesn't account for how like some of them lived like 900 years old, but we have no written testimony or anything of them being alive 1,000 years ago. So that I have like some problems with too, because like if they was living for 900 and some years, we would see some sort of, and we were only around for 4,000. There should be some sort of remnants, and we aren't finding any remnants. Hi, Evie. Thank you for the subby. So good to see you. No, listen to a snack. I don't know. I think the snack was onto something. I think the snack was the only being in that garden not using coercive control and abuse. Actually, that snack was the only being in the garden that was like, hey, we should have a consent discussion. So I don't know. I don't know. I think I might be on Team Snack though. I think I'm on Team Snack. And I'm terrified of Snack. If I see Snack, I'm like, you live here, Snack. I will leave. See you later. Goodbye. You know, so I mean, but I'm on Team Snack here. I'm on Team Snack. But hey, I'm reading it, and I have reason to believe that the Snack was the only person there worried about consent. Just saying. Hashtag Team Snack. My wife is going, I have seen you react to a snack before, Pepper, and you are not Team Snack. But yes, so but technically, if you're asking like in what order, the primordial waters were before anything, and then God was like, "Oh, I will build a thing," and so he built the earth allegedly, and then he was like, "Oh, well, let me use this water shit to build it. Oh wait, I need to separate the water in this place from the water in the space. So okay, I will make this water feel wet, and we will separate it by sky. Poof! And that is why it is not. That is why you don't breathe primordial water. You breathe sky. No, I didn't scream. I froze. She's right. I froze. I froze. Like statue. You only have garter snack. I am jelly. We have rattlesnake. We have rattlesnake. They colonized all of the dangerous wildlife here centuries ago is a cursed statement. Cursed statement, and sadly true. We really don't have any predators. I mean, we took care of that problem so long ago. Also, the very first, like, the very first couple of chapters of Genesis tell you that Sky Daddy could not be all knowing. Can't be all knowing. Therefore, cannot be a triumvirate being. It says it right in Genesis, in the very first book. Well, well, in the first couple of pages. Before page 2 or 3. Actually, I think it's in page 1 that tells you the first time that that they can't be a triumvirate being, but let me double check. Page 2. Page 2 is the first time. And that's only the first time that the Bible itself says that God can't be all. That is just the first time, and it's on page 2. They are scary, man. They terrify me. Really? Oh, that's wild. See, I didn't know that. Yeah, they live in dens and things. It's one of the reasons why my snake terror is so extreme is when I was a little kid, I walked into a den and things had to be done to get me out, and it involved bullets and things, and it is trauma memory. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, exactly, shiny. And then like, but it also like shows that the being would have to be in our time to do those things in in Genesis as well. And that he used to walk the earth with people. So it also contradicts, Genesis also contradicts the whole Jesus coming, because God used to be able to walk on the earth with people. And it doesn't say like why he stopped, but he used to come to the earth. It says it. Oh yeah, they're way gonna get scarier, Maddie. Yeah, it is terrifying. And you know, they don't always rattle before they bite. Uh, they usually rattle to tell you to fuck off. And if you fuck off, they usually won't fuck with you. Just so you know, just be snake awake. The worst thing is stepping on them. And here's some fun information for you. Um, where do you think there is a gender divide in snake bites in the world? Where do you think women most often get bit by snakes, and where do you think men most often get bit by snakes? Answer in the comments, and I'll tell you the truth after. Yeah, the rattle is a good trait. They are terrifying. They terrify me. And then we have this snake here called the bull snake that mimics a rattler, which is terrifying too. I know you know the answer. I know you know the answer, bro. Good guess, Maddie. The women guess is correct on the ankle or the foot. Men, that is not where. Bro told you. Men get bit in the face or the neck. Women get bit on the ankle or the foot. Men get bit on the face or the neck. That is statistics, my friends. Just statistics. I will be right back. There will be dead air because I have to go get more coffee. But I will be right back. Don't abandon me, chat. Don't abandon me. I feel like I should leave you dragging on the chair, but I'm not doing it. I'm gonna send you on it. Be right back screen. I'll be right back. Don't abandon us. Don't abandon us. I wish we could play music. I'm gonna have to find us some music that will work for break moments. Managed to find one of those little Mr. fans for in here, and it is magnificent, I tell you. It does get the floor a little wet. However, it is quite magnificent to have this little Mr. fan in here. And now it is at a tolerable heat level. Let's go. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Hello. Yes! It is Dog McGog's birthday this weekend. Woo! I gotta get the birthday song on Saturday out for Dog. Yes, lots of arts. Crow decided that we had to make these one day, and so we designed the pattern together. And Crow's looks really cool. And T has one as well. Big Buddha has one as well. Because we just made them. We were like, we will make dinosaurs. I also made some more yarn. I spun some more wool. And ooh, is Sunday Pride? Right on. I spun some more wool. Let me get y'all that. I also got that stuff that I won spun up. I had one, if y'all remember, from creating this little gnome spindle. I had won a little bunch of rainbow wool. Okay, let me get all my spinners out here. Some people may not have seen all of my spindles, so I will show you all of my spindles. Yes, the dragons were originally just for the Ren Fair. So you can technically, like, pin it to your shoulder or something, little dragon. Like, pin it to your shoulder if you want. So this is my very first drop spindle. I got the leftover thing. Hey, Biden Gale! Hello, loveliest. So good to see you. Welcome in, Raiders. Hello, hello. It's so good to see you all. Oh, chat, you look good. Hello, welcome in, Skull Rider, welcome in, Biting Gale, welcome in, Vibrator. It's so good to see you all. How are you doing today? I hope you are well. I hope you had a great stream. I am getting back into the rhythm of things. Remember, I am doing a call-in show because it is Thursday. So if you would like, I am showing my some of my fiber arts vibe. If you would like to call in, you can do so at 720-927-6768. You do not have to be an op. You can just call in because you want to chat about one of the other prompts. The prompts in white are trauma impacts that the homosocial mask socialization process in ways that it harms men and masculine people. And the other prompts are for ops, if you would like to call. If you just disagree and you want to talk to me, we can. We are practicing having hard conversations while still peopling each other, because that is the part we mess up, and that is the part we have to get better at. We have to people all of the time. So let's get back to sharing my art, my fiber arts. Okay, so this is a drop spindle. This was my first drop spindle, the first one I ever made, that I was taught to make. My library has a maker space that is amazing, and they show us all kinds of stuff and teach us how to do stuff and make stuff, and they had somebody bring in fiber and teach us how to drop spin. Now, you get very good at drop spinning very fast. Let me show you my art yarn. This is my very first spin, okay? It's kind of kinky. It's got lots of pigtails. Show you my most recent finished stuff. This is what my fibers look like on the second, third spinning. So you get good at it very fast. This is two different colors that I spun together. This one I really like. This is yellow wool with orange alpaca. I need to roll it into a proper ball. And I love spinning alpaca. Alpaca is very soft. The problem is why I spun this with the wool is that wool will hold its form better, and alpaca it's real soft, and it doesn't hold its form very well. Oh, Vibe, if you ever want to learn and want me to show you, if I have no problem doing so. It's so fun. I love it. I wish I had some right here that was unspun, but I have everything spun up right now. So this one is going to be dyed. This is wool. It is going to be dyed a pretty blue color, is the idea for this one. I'm going to dye it blue. It has to come off of the spindle and be set into yarn. It is not yet. It is raw. It is just spun. I actually just finished spinning this the other night while we were watching TV in the Discord. This is a rainbow that was gifted to me when I made drop spindles. So this is one of my drop spindle designs. It's a gnome looking through his legs with his pants down and his butt hanging out. He's a little gnome. Get a flashlight to go under so you can see his little nose and stuff. There we go. Oops. There we go. So there's this gnome one. And this one I can do really thin spins because it's very lightweight. It's a plastic straw and it's very, very lightweight. But this is a rainbow yarn. And I'm going to ply this with that wool once I get the wool dyed light blue. And that will make a nice 2-ply thick yarn. And when this is a light blue and it's spun with this, it's going to make this pop out more, is the idea. But, and I've made all of my own spindles. I have not bought a spindle. You do not have to buy a spindle, okay? You do not. You need a round piece. This one is the cap off of a vitamin jar. Okay, this is a cap off of a vitamin jar. That's it. With a hole in the middle, straw stuck through it, and then I did the clay design in here so that it would be fun. You need a spindle, a round piece, and a hook. That's all you need for a drop spindle. That's it. Every society has done drop spinning across the entire planet. Every one of you has this in you. Every one of you has ancestors that did this with one fiber or another. Every one of us. This is the thing. As humans, every one of us shares this. Every human on the planet. And every nation has a drop spindle style. So check out if you want to learn what drop spindle styles there are and what you want. And that's all you need. You need a circle, a hook, and a dowel. And you can make your own drop spindle. So you don't have to spend a fortune. If you go on a lot of the places, you'll see drop spindles for $40. That's less than $10 right there. So, and if you buy the pack of these, you can make several of them. I've made like 3. Like I made another one of these, but with a wooden dowel, and on instead of a round thing, there's a little gnome guy on it that I sculpted onto it, and that's the one I gave to the lady that taught me how to drop spin. And so you can even have like a little figure, a little creature up there. And so I made a little gnome guy, and where his feet separate is where you can like hold your yarn when you're putting it up to the hook. So there's lots of different ways that you can do this, and like the preferable way is to have this much stick up here, but you don't have to. You can have a completely flat top with your hook just coming out of it. You can make it out of trash or sculpt yourself a little creature. You don't have to spend a fortune on drop spindles. And fibers, they aren't too terribly expensive to buy them in bulk. And there are different ways you can spin. You can spin your cats for, if that is what you have on hand. There are lots of different things to spin. So if you get into wanting to do this, it can be a lot of fun. And the great thing about like wool and alpaca, the thing that I love about wool and alpaca is it's so versatile, and also you can dye this with really safe stuff. You can dye this with food safe dyes. So like what I'm going to dye this the blue with is food coloring. I'm just going to get a really nice blue food coloring, bright blue, and boom, that will be how this dyes. And the great thing about wool is a lot of people don't like the immediate texture of wool because it can be scratchy and stuff. The great thing about wool is after it's set and while you're setting it and dyeing it and stuff, you put some vinegar in and it will soften the fiber. So you can soften the fiber through working it in vinegar with wool. You can make wool very soft. You just have to work it more. But anyway, that's my fiber. That's thanks for coming to my fiber talk. It's because I didn't write an outline with a thing. Yes, you can spill an acrylic or cotton. Yeah, you can. And I have, where's my puff? I think the puff is on this sponge. I had gotten at one of these thrifting stores some puff fiber where it's like the stuff that you would imagine cotton balls if you took cotton balls apart. And I spun the puff. And so I have some puff in here. I don't remember which one was puff. I think it's this end that was the puff. Yeah, it was this end. This just is from the puff. Right here. So I had gotten this little tiny bag, Ziploc bag of it. And there's the puff. Rolags, I can't remember what it's called. Crow, I cannot remember the word to save my life. Thank you. I love making things. I'm not gonna lie, and I love being able to make my own designs and stuff. I even have my own Lazy Kate and what's the word for the thing that you? Oh my gravy, the H-shaped thing. There's this H-shaped thing that you use to pull it off of here. I have one of those as well that I made myself out of PVC. Yes, you do not have to be wealthy to do these kinds of things. If you are poor like me, you can make your own stuff. Nitty Naughty, yes, I have a Nitty Naughty as well. I don't have all of my Nitty Naughty over here, but I have part of my Nitty Naughty. So let me show you my Nitty Naughty. My Nitty Naughty has 2 more of these. And this is just PVC pipe. And there's my Nitty Naughty. You don't have to make yours quite this big if you don't want. You can make this 3 inches, make it a different shape, but instead of paying $40 to $80 for a wood Nitty Naughty online, boom.
I'll make it smaller than that so it can fit.
Yeah, I want to make my next one smaller too.
I wonder if one of the next classes will make a smaller one because we were guinea pigs before, remember? I'm
gonna ask her.
It's not this next class is Lazy Kate, the other one is flying and stuff.
Exactly, Tails. Exactly. That is exactly how it works. The acid and diluted vinegar makes the tiny scales on hairs close, making the surface of the hair smoother.
I didn't bring out my spaceship one.
Oh. Your spaceship one is so cool.
With clay attached to a grown tube. So it goes woo, woo, when you flip it, but this
this is Crowley's very first drop spindle with the cherry blossoms on it. It's not wicked.
I'm so proud of it.
They're so talented. I love it. Oh, this one is so cute. This is the one that they just made. This is the most recent one for this class.
Tiny potions. It's all Halloween.
It's got little
themed.
potions.
We're gonna finish it by Halloween.
It's so cute. It's so cute. I love it so much. So there's Crow's. There's 2. And then Crow has this really cool one that is a spaceship that has one of those noise tubes in the middle of it. And when you turn it, it does the noise thing.
And then so the pin is at the top where it's sealed, right? And then the bottom is the open part that the noise comes out, and so I made sure that was the bottom. And I attached, I made a little clay cow, spaceship, funny. And
The
then
cow
I
is
attached it to a
cute.
little wire.
The cow is
It goes at the
adorable.
bottom.
Yeah, the cow hangs down off of the spaceship.
This has a lot of the basics of spinning. So I got it. I had found it at the library, and then I bought this one myself later. But
It is so
very
good.
It's very versatile.
They're
It's
really
got
not hard
little
to make.
cards in the back for the different flying things. So
It's very simple. And the lighter weight this is, the thinner you can spin. So the more lightweight this is, the thinner of the thread you can spin. That's kind of the rule of how thin you can spin it. Is however weight this is determines how thin you can spin.
pretty small on these ones.
Yeah, you can spin pretty thin on
These
those.
are the average ones where you can
Yeah.
get like the dowel and one of these things. From a craft store, usually in gold.
Yeah, my thinness is pretty good on those. Wait, where did I put it? Oh, my gravy. Where did I set it?
And then I have been making
Where
moss
did I
blanket.
set my fiber? Oh, over here. There it is.
Let's show them the book.
Yes, you did great. This. Yes, yes. The fiber pulls. Here, I'll show you. Give me a second. I don't know if I can, because it's been spun, but you have lengths of fiber about that far. And so with more weight, it will spin itself out. And then it just becomes the roving again. So when the spin comes out of it, it just becomes roving again. And then you can just replace the spin to get it back together. So this part that's puffy, I make sure that I keep it extra puffy. And I've got a pretty thin spin. I want to make sure my length goes with my other length there. Put it together. Add some spin to it. Then spin the spindle. I'll start to feel it when it gets to the break. I'll feel it in the bottom of my fingers as it moves up. Roll my fingers up and put the spin back in. And then it's repaired. And it's pretty thin for this drop spindle. That's pretty thin. My little gnome one, I can go really thin. That one I have the thinnest spin on because it's the lightest weight. They've been 3D printing these small ones in the library at class that can spin thread. So I'm pretty excited to learn to do all of the different ones. I want to spin my Cheshire's cat hair. That's what I told my family I was going to do, is learn to spin the cat's hair. But yeah, I really enjoy it. It's nice. And then you can do like 1-ply, 2-ply, 3-ply. There's different ways to ply. So far, I'm really enjoying plying 2 different colors together. I've really been enjoying that. So like my orange and yellow, and this one is going to be rainbow and blue. So I like to, and dyeing them is fun too. Crow has been doing most of the dyeing though. Crow really enjoys doing that part, so Crow has done most of my dyeing. And then I think I'm saving this one. I haven't decided because I'm tempted to dye it while I set it. So I'm tempted to put it on the nitty naughty and just put it in its setting bath with the dye in. It makes the most sense because then it's just all in one and then the yarn is finished. Um, decisions. But we are going to paint yarn at class again, which will be a lot of fun. Little Dragonly, hello, love. How good to see you. Nobody wants to call today? Should have come up with a topic for today. Yes, definitely. Thank you for that, handling the green side for me. Fighting Gale, I appreciate you so much. Yeah, but you have to heat it to set the yarn as well. So I was just going to put it in the hot water. I know. I know. I know. I was just going to do it all at once. Because as it cools, it sucks in more of the dye. So I was just going to, and that's how you set it. So I figured it would work the same to dye it. They are too chicken to call in. They're afraid. They're afraid. And I don't know why. I don't bite. And I read their silly book. I paid a whole $1.50 to buy one so I could read it to and debunk it. It's $1.50. Whole $1.50 for this silly horror novel. $1.50. So I could freaking highlight in it. I paid for this. Just because I really do care about the topics I discuss. And I will read the cursed book. I will. I may not enjoy reading the cursed horror novel that is really poorly written. I may prefer to read things like Anne Rice's Vampire Lestat and such. However, I will read this for you. I will read this so that you know that I actually understand what I'm talking about when I have this discussion with you. I will read it. I will not like it. I will make commentary and notes. I will read it again for the fourth stinking time. How many of you Christians could say you've read this cover to cover 3 times already and are willing to read it a fourth when you don't believe and you find it so poorly written? Is that why y'all aren't calling? Are you embarrassed and ashamed that I've read your book more often than you? Is that what it is? Should I not have told you I read it so many times? Fastest way to make an atheist. Read this sucker cover to cover. I'm just telling you. This is what convinced me that there is no way God is real. Reading this cover to cover. This is what convinced me. Like, I didn't believe, but I wasn't convinced that there's no way until I read this. I wasn't convinced until I read this. And I'm telling you, in the very first 3 pages, it tells you that there's no way he can be a triumvirate. There's no way he could be all-knowing. Right in the first couple of pages, it tells you that he can, that their imaginary friend cannot be all-knowing and is not all-knowing. And they miss it because critical thinking cannot exist in the same brain as faith in this does. Because this requires you to turn off thinking and believe things that can't possibly be true. Yes, they are afraid because I read the book, yes. And I've read it more than once. I've read it more than your average Christian has. Christians don't read the Bible. They read segments of the Bible and they rely on preachers and pastors to tell them what the Bible says. They don't read the Bible. Most of them don't actually have the reading comprehension level to read and understand the Bible. I'm just saying. That is the sad place that we're in. And because of the nature of what Christianity is, it relies upon that ignorance. It relies upon people not fully understanding what they're reading. It relies upon people relying on others to get the information rather than being able to source it themselves. They wrote this never wanting the average Christian to read this. They wrote this as a tool for priests and stuff to manipulate people and control people. They did not write this for your average Christian. And it shows, because almost everyone that I know that has read this cover to cover comes out an atheist on the other side. But hey, tell me you've read it cover to cover. Anybody read it cover to cover? You want to have the call? 720-927-6768, extension 800. I've got one. We can go over it together. It could be fun. I have my highlighters and everything. If we get to a spot that I haven't highlighted and we discuss a thing, we can highlight it together live and in person. Come on, come on, come on. Call me. I read your book more than you. Tell me why I'm wrong. Tell me why my take and my reading is wrong. And ask Big Buddha and It Is Crow in chat. Is she actually reading that thing? Are they actually reading that thing? Are they actually reading it and people can see them actually reading it? Ask. Because those two live with me. They're the ones that have to see me read it and hear when I bitch about it. So do, by the way, so do a few people in Purple Chat who actually were like, no, don't read it again. A couple of my friends in Purple Chat were like, no, please don't read that thing. I don't want you to, because then you'll talk to us about it. Kept falling asleep. I love you. Just saying. Deirdre spent probably 10 minutes trying to convince me not to read the fucking book. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I can do that. I can make that happen, I think. Oh, wait, I have to redo it. Yes, I will pull up the Krita and redo that. Thank you for letting me know that, and I will put that in my notes. You know, I probably should make a prompts page in the OBS that we can just modify in the OBS. Let me just add that. I'll do that. And then that way, if we want to like add name, age, and pronouns of callers, that we can have a page to do that on as well. So I'm going to do that. I will make a special OBS scene where I make it bigger. But for anybody that needs to know what my prompts are, the Christian God is evil. The Christian gods. Now I can't tell you what it says because it's too small on my screen. Hang on. I'll pull it up. We'll pull it up. That is how I will resolve this issue. Ha! Here we go. Right. The prompts are: the Christian God is evil. The Christian God endorses slavery. The Christian God endorses treating women and children as property. The Christian God has a fragile ego. Abortion is healthcare. It's all men until it's no men. MAGA men are ignorant and or evil. And men are homosocial. Those are the prompts. And I will work on making them better visibility for you all. And thank you for letting me know that I need to. I appreciate that. That input helps a great deal. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Many thank yous. And then if you are a non-op and you just want to discuss like the impacts of the actually homosocial system that is masculine socialization, the ick pond that y'all are forced to swim in, we have on that discussion list this disconnection from self, disconnection from others, a tainted view of the world, invisible pain and invisible wounds, cognitive development interruptions, a shame-based view of oneself, and difficulty being present. If you need to be validated on any of those things or discuss how they impact you and you want other people to understand that impact you and you are not an op, you are also welcome to call in and discuss how those things impact you and what you think is important on your healing journey maybe, or something that you maybe want some input from other people that can squish on you and give you some love about that and validate you. We will do that as well. So if you are an op, you have options. If you just want to be mad at me, you can call on one of the things that you just get to be mad at me for. And if you don't and you want to just, discuss some of these topics in their depth a bit and how they actually affect people and how they actually do harm to our masculine counterparts, then please call in and we can do that as well. I have zero problems having a discussion, and I am not debating. I don't do debate. I do discussion. I'm not going to have like Philbro people try to make me feel ridiculous or whatever their goal is. That's not the goal. We are here to have a hard discussion and get through the discussion while still peopling each other. If you want to debate somebody, I can give you so many suggestions because I watch a lot of great debaters. You want to go debate somebody, that's great. I mean, we are going to have a contentious discussion. You are going to have to provide proof, but I am not here trying to have some formal debate with you. I'm just trying to talk to you about the harms and see if we can people each other through a really tough discussion that we don't have often enough, especially when we are opposing in thought. And if we can get through and win on that, we have a chance as a species to survive the ick storm that is coming for us. And I feel like I've been really lucky by holding to these maintaining conversations instead. I think that I have had really great conversations. Even from every op that has called me -1, I've had great conversations with. I only had one that I really didn't enjoy the call. Everybody else I really enjoyed talking to, especially T. I really liked talking to T. He was a good call. I think that's my favorite call so far of the ops. I really do. I really enjoyed talking to him. Thank you, Bitingale. Oh, I didn't think to do that. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're the best. I am glad to be back too, Lil Dragonly. I freaking missed y'all. And yeah, you do. Chat, you look good. Oh, you got the book as part of... Oh, and you read it? Yeah. That is not what it's for. They don't actually want the average Christian to read the book. And I mean, and that is actually that in the theology schools, they know that. They know that there are only two ends to reading the Bible. You become a true believer and willing to excuse all of the evils, or you become an atheist. Those are the ends to reading the Bible. Those are the ends to discussing theology. That's the only way it ends. You either become willing to apologize for and make up reasons why evil things are actually good, or you become an atheist. That's why it's evil, because it requires that you suspend disbelief in, which means you have to believe in untrue things or unprovable things. So you have to suspend disbelief. You also have to suspend critical thinking. You also cannot critically think about these things either. So skepticism, critical thinking are things that cannot exist within a believer's mind. You cannot have critical thinking live in the mind of a person that is a believer in the Christian faith. It's not possible. I can prove it. Won't even take me long. Just call in. I will prove that you cannot live as a person with critical thinking and faith in the Christian God. That's another option. If you just want me to prove that faith and critical thinking can't exist together, we can do that. Also, I am irreverent and I am not a believer. I've never been convinced. I've never been able to be convinced. I did want it to be true. That is why I read this book the first 3 times I read it. I wanted it to be true. I wanted to believe it. I wanted to not be the weirdo in my family. I wanted to not be the kid in that classroom that the pastors made an example of. I wanted to not be the kid in the dunce cap. So I didn't go into it with bad faith. I went into it with the best faith. And it failed. If you want to discuss that, we can do that. 720-927-6768, extension 800. Why extension 800? I am not sure. You will have to ask Zoom. I have not figured out why an extension. I think it's so that I can have multiple copies and multiple people take calls. But that, I don't know how you would transfer them and stuff. It feels like a lot of work. Yes. No, it is. It is in the Matrix. It is really part of the Matrix of how the manosphere works and how they use it. And they definitely can't see it because they believe in fundamentalist religions, but it is the lack of ability to critically think that keeps them circling in the circle. It is the lack of skepticism. It is their ability to suspend disbelief. They can believe in anything. If you can suspend disbelief, you can believe in anything, including the pink unicorn left of the sun, who is much kinder and more egalitarian. And I am her prophet, and she wants you to know that the Christian God is evil and that he hates you. And that he knows that she's real and that he even tells you so in his book, but you forget that part because he will get very, very mad if you admit it, because he tells you that if you admit that she's real, he'll be mad at you. I just wanted you to know. She told me to tell you. She just appeared in my head and said, hey, tell him. And so there you go. You've been prophesied to. Yeah, the show is over in about 8 minutes, so unless somebody calls in, I will stay longer if somebody does want to call in, but otherwise, it's over in about 8 minutes. I am going to go hang out with Purple Team for a few minutes just because I miss them so much. But otherwise, the call-in show, if nobody calls, is over in 6 minutes. 6 minutes, you hear me? So, if you want to chat, you have 6 minutes to do so. Until tomorrow, which, by the way, let me go ahead and just do the thing. So tomorrow we will have a topic. Tomorrow's topic is the rise in AI girlfriends and the new sex bot that comes out at the end of the year. We are going to be discussing that and how that is going to harm men in society and how it could lead to our extinction, plus a bonus symptom that you men really need to know about, and also a business proposition for the ladies. Yeah, you can make some money off of these cretins. I'm gonna tell you how tomorrow. So that is what is up for tomorrow. And then we are also going to do a call-in show. So we will do the topic discussion, and then I will take a break where I will shut down all other platforms except for Purple Team. I will hang out with Purple Team. I will have some music. I will take a break. We'll have a breather. We'll get my shit back together, and then we will come back at about 6:30 Mountain Time for a call-in show. We will be here for 2 hours. So that is what we'll be doing tomorrow. On Saturday, Solidarity Saturday, it's music and games, baby. Oh, yeah. So Go to the purple team or the what or the P team if you would like to partake in Saturday shenanigans. Oh, I guess you can go to green team. We let green team play. So that is the way that you can partake in Saturday shenanigans. Sunday will be nerdery. I am not sure what we're gonna nerd out on Sunday. I have not picked. I probably should have. That should have been on my list of what to pick, what to do, but I have not. And so I will figure out what we will do for Sunday. Let me look at what one of my beloveds are asking me to do. Holy, I had not seen this. I had not seen this one. Oh my shit sticks. Oh my shit sticks. No, this isn't. Oh my fucking fuck sticks. Yeah, we aren't talking about that kind of bot tomorrow, but cheesy, crazy. We may have to. I don't know. We may have to. Maybe we'll have to make a segment for that. For those ones on. I don't know. Maybe that can be Sunday. What do you think? What do you think of that being our nerdery on Sunday chat? The robots that are going to take over the workforce. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. How's that sound, dog? I mean, it's your birthday weekend, so how does that sound for Sunday? What do you think of that for nerdery? Yeah, it's all feelings, little Dragonly. It's all feelings. It's all feelings because they've been groomed to. And a lot of them will also tell you because that's how they were raised. And it's because of the grooming. It's because they've been groomed to. And in my experience, abused to. If they question it, they get abused and hit. At least that's my experience. I got hit when I would question whether or not God existed. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I can go look for the different ones in that field. That's not a lot to go off of, but what I'm saying is I can spiral from that for nerdery for Sunday. Because there are more than just that one that's going to take over the workforce. That one is just one of the more cursed ones that I've seen so far. Anyway, I'm going to talk to y'all for a few minutes after I close out the other streams here anyway. So 2 minutes. This is your 2-minute countdown. Stream will be closing unless a caller calls in 2 minutes. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Thank you, Nightingale. I found a new way to braid it where the curls just really curl. And like my hair never curled when I was younger. Like curls would just fall out of it. It was bone straight. And so I've been finding delight in the curls. Just delight in them. And I mean, if you're gonna have this much hair, you gotta play with it, right? I mean, that's the point in having this much hair. My partner asked me earlier, she's like, what drove you to want to do that? I'm like, I don't know, I'm playing with it. Like, it'll hold this curl now, and I'm interested. I don't know, I just play with it. I'm artistic, and I'm arty, and so I play with it. So thank you. Yeah, if you know something, you don't have to have faith. Boom. Right there, little Dragonly. That is exactly it. Yes, this is last call. Last call for telephone calls. Last call to call into the call-in show. Last call. You have 1 minute left. 1 minute remaining. 720-927-6768, extension 800. Ooh. Well, tell me which one you'd prefer. It's your birthday weekend, so you tell me which one you prefer. I will let you choose the nerdery. It is your birthday, so you can choose nerdery. I just love nerding with y'all. I just love nerding with y'all, so I'll let you choose. And we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun doing something together. We're going to have an adventure and make a memory together on Saturday. It's gonna be great. Robots? Alright, alright. Robots that are gonna take over the workforce it is. Heard. I'm gonna make sure I write that in my little notes. Boom. All right. Have a cool little notebook for us for this is my strem notes. This is my Bibble notes. Look at my Bibble notes book. Isn't it cool? This is my Bibble notes. Mind explosion. I'm zapping my poor brain with horrifying electricity and horror. Yes, my Bibble notes book. You'll be 30? Oh my gravy. You're so young. Oh my gravy. We will have to do something for your birthday. We'll have to do something for your birthday. Definitely let me know so we can at least play the song for you. But you're one of our Transcend people. We should do something for your birthday. By the way, y'all, I am part of Transcend, an amazing conglomerate of creators. And they will flash up on your screen. Please, please, please do click all of them. Go follow them all. They are all worthy. Okay, I ran out of time to call in, darn, but if I were, I would agree with point 7. MAGA men are ignorant and or evil. I hear them all the time on TikToks crashing out, and they will say the most ridiculous stuff, for instance, about women's bodies, not understanding how it works or what any of the parts are. They also have a deep misunderstanding of anything gender or sexuality non-conforming and seem to have an elementary at best education level on basic science, basic facts of science and biology. No, I agree. And it's one of the reasons why I don't even have like and I may add it to the mix, but it's one of the reasons why I don't engage with the topic about whether or not trans people are valid. We begin with they are, because of the simple fact that your average MAGA and your average gender critical person doesn't even have a full grasp on what type of categories sex and gender are. So if they can't understand what type of category it is, and then they don't use the categories correctly because they don't understand the categories and they can't see how invalid it is, I feel like it's just a Dunning-Kruger circle. And so also I refuse to validate bad ideas. Like if your idea is bad and it is evil and awful on its face, then that is what it is. And I am not going to sit here and fucking pretend that it is anything other than that. So, but what do y'all think? Should I just put it on the topic board? I mean, I know that so many of those bad faith fuckers want to have that discussion. And I will at a certain point get really annoyed with it because they don't understand the topic. And why should I treat them like they have a valid discussion point when they don't even understand how the categories work? Yeah, I agree, Crow. That's why it's not up there, because it shouldn't be a question. I agree. And because they, like I said, they don't understand how the categories work. And I've heard enough people, I hear those discussions all the time. And I hear people that do it well. And I mean, I don't think that they do anything wrong in having the discussion, but you don't have enough good faith people that call about it. You only have bad faith people that call. And so I don't see the merit in giving bad faith people a chance to, like, I don't know, feel like their idea in that realm is valid in any way when they can't even understand the category distinctions. So I don't know. I would take y'all's input on it. I don't have it up there because I don't think that, I don't know. I don't think that it is a valid discussion point or one that I want to add validity to. And I'm just sick of it. I'm just fucking sick of it because all they do is call to fucking dehumanize anyway. They just want to dehumanize. I mean, it's bad enough that they've gone to the point where we made something like this. Like, by the way, if you ask me what my gender is, this is what you get. We must spin. We must spin to find out. He. Because, as you all know, I have Schrodinger's pants parts. By the way, I need to weight that. Now that Crystal has told me the best way to get that thing weighted right, I'm so gonna do that when we're done, Crystal. I'm weighting that thing properly. I'm freaking mess with it later and get it fixed right. Oh, you didn't get to see the spinner yet? Oh my goodness. Okay. I made us a spinner since I have Schrodinger's pants parts and I'm never gonna tell them what pants parts I have. Mwahahaha. I made us a spinner. I just have to weight it right because for some reason it keeps weighting itself to penis and like it needs to be evenly distributed. But I think I also need to weight the back of it just a little bit because it's thin cardboard. It's like, but yes, we now have a Schrodinger pants part spinner. I am working on getting this designed for 3D printing for us to be able to print copies of it to be able to send out to people, which I would like to be able to do as gifts if I can get them, if I can figure out how to get the pattern made and get them printed. That is the original design though. I've shown it to my offspring. If my offspring can figure it out, or I'm going to take it to the 3D printer guy at the library and see if we can't get it worked out into a printable pattern. Isn't it a fun idea? I am so excited by it. I'm really excited by it. I think it's fun. And of course, I think to 3D print it, they'll have to do it like where it's one color at first and that's on one of these where you clip it off and put it together. So it'll have to be painted. So whatever I do, I'll have to get them and put them together and paint them and then send them. But they're fun. Yeah, well, I refuse to answer them with the truth or anything, Bitingale, ever since that day where because that's all they're ever asking. They're all they ever want to know is that because like I said, they don't understand the category. And I figure that is the fastest, best way I can invalidate that bullshit question. Like that's the fastest, best way to shut that shit down that I could think of. Oh gosh, that would be so great. Oh, that is a good idea. Vidingale, thank you for that. That is a good idea. That is a good idea. That is a good idea. Really? Oh, awesome. I want to hear that ideas. Yes, I want to hear the ideas. Thank you. I will discuss that with you later in the Discord then. Vitingale says there should be a version where the picture of me that I'm using, the ghost pepper lollipop picture with the horns, is coming out the top, maybe holding the question mark or something, which could be fun if we had versions with the me thing that holding the question mark. That could be fun. Or I don't know, I could get maybe a little sticker of it made and put it on the pants. That could be a thing. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. There are so many good ways it could be done, but I came up with this and I figured until I'm going to weight it so that it'll, now that Crystal Cat has told me how to weight it properly, I'm going to try that so that it'll spin properly. But I am going to work on getting us these made. That is a goal of mine, is to get us spinners made. Yes, that's the way I think to do it, Fightingale. I don't know. What do you think? Yeah, just flip it. Just flip it to where I mean it really worked. They have been too afraid to ask in any of my chats. None of them since that day has asked that question. Not one of them has asked that question since that day. So it works. Plus, like I said, all they want to do is know what's in your pants. That's all they think that it is. They don't understand the category or how it works or what actually goes into the situation. All they care about is this. And they're too ignorant to understand it. And the truth is something the truth for me is something that they disregard and treat like doesn't exist anyway. So that's all they get. All right, YouTube, you were beautiful. Patreon, love you. You're beautiful. Kick, missed you too. You're beautiful. You all look fantastic. I'm gonna kick you all out now and go hang out with just the Twitch people for a little bit because I missed you all, but I missed them the most. No, I know, I know, but I love them. I can't help it. They earned it. They earned my love. They did. They have been with me for many years and they have earned my love. You can earn my love too. You can earn my love too. And we're working on it. We'll get there. Make your calls. Come and call and talk to me. Even if you're an op, we're going to have a conversation about it. We're not just going to, I'm not just going to be snarky. I'm an energy matcher. So if you're respectful to me, we're going to have a respectful conversation. And in fact, I have mostly had very respectful conversations, which I'm so grateful for because I've had some really good conversations with some really beautiful people. And you can be on that list of people that I call that. So if you would like that, please do so. Call me tomorrow. We'll have a talk. And tomorrow's discussion is going to be an interesting one. So please be here at 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And we will be discussing the rise in AI problems that is going to be incoming. Especially when the sex bot comes out at the end of the year. So good information for everyone. And like I said, business opportunities for you ladies. You can make a lot of money. Just show up tomorrow and I'll tell you how. I would love to see you all here. No joke, tomorrow. It would be great to have this conversation and be able to actually have this talk for real. And maybe somebody will have some good discussion points for afterwards. We'll have a call-in show after. I look forward to seeing you all. If you would like to put some money and help me feed, you know where the Ko-fi is. If you want some fantastic merch, like your own Pants Parts mug. Yeah, that's right. It looks good, doesn't it? It's a good looking mug. If you want your own Pants Parts mug or any other of my merch, please check out the thread list. And YouTube. Patreon, Kick, that thing. No, I haven't forgot the thing. Did you forget the thing? Do that thing you do. Every time you say a bad thing about you or think a bad thing about you, say 2 good things about you out loud. Don't repeat and recycle the same 2 things in a 24-hour period if you can possibly help it. And yes, that is hard. Yes. But it's a habit that you can build and it will change how you talk to you. And when you change how you talk to you, you will change how you treat you and how you allow others to treat you. It will also change how you see the world and what you look for in it and make you go looking for the things that you need to fill you up instead of tear you down. So go forth, do that thing you do. I will see you all tomorrow. Have the best day. Twitch, I'll be right back with you, you beauties. I'll see you in just a minute.